We all know famous Amos cookies. I remember all the way back in middle school buying them in the school cafeteria. Let's talk about the man responsible for these chocolate delights that we love so much. That man is Wally Amos, who was first a talent agent and eventually became a culinary entrepreneur. Wally was born in Tallahassee, Florida in 1936. He and his mom eventually moved to Harlem to live with his Aunt Della. It was his Aunt Della who introduced him to warm chocolate chip cookies. Wally said that every time Aunt Della baked these cookies, that it was an expression of love. Wally later dropped out of high school, joined the Air Force, and ended up working at a department store, Saks Fifth Avenue. Soon after, he got a job in the mailroom of the New York offices of the talent agency William Morris. Wally used his charisma to move up in the ranks at this agency. This agency represented talent like Sonny and Cher, the Beach Boys, and the Rolling Stones. 1962 came around and Wally found himself as the first black agent at any major talent firm, working with the Temptations, the Supremes, and more. By 1967, Wally ventured out on his own, moved to LA, and signed some of his own artists. After being fired by one of his major talents, Wally ended up working for one of his friends, John Levy's entertainment firm. But he eventually found comfort in baking warm chocolate chip cookies like his Aunt Della did. With his career not going so well, baking cookies became a form of healing, and it was also an expression of love for his friends. He also shared the cookies with his business associates. I mean, it became the norm for Wally to pull up to a meeting with some chocolate chip cookies. I mean, it was the 70s. Everyone was always faded and had the munchies anyway. And it wasn't long before people started associating Wally with these delicious chocolate chip cookies. After growing weary of the entertainment business, Wally decided to invest in his cookies. He said that he loved himself while in the kitchen, so why not love himself full time? He said that it became the way for him to express love to the outside world. He soon found some investors as well as the perfect location on the Sunset Strip, but was still a little short on the funds. It was just a minor setback for a major comeback. He ended up going out on a whim and making a phone call to an investor that you would never guess. I'm talking about Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye happily invested the $10,000 that Wally needed to open his shop. Famous Amos opened on March 10th, 1975. It turns out that the biggest star Wally has ever signed was his cookie. He even got headshots done for his cookies, according to his son Sean. The rest is history, including working with celebrities like Andy Warhol and Muhammad Ali. Famous Amos to this day can be purchased in grocery stores internationally. Now 83 years old, living in South Carolina, Wally has one more business venture, which is Aunt Della's cookies. It's all circling back, and it's I don't know, it's so beautiful. Like I got emotional writing this, but I just think it's so beautiful. Shout out to Wally Amos.